guys, how are you doing today? So this tutorial is on the Nectar collection from Colourpop, which I was so excited for. I used their eyeshadows as well as their new blush and highlight palette. This is their first blush that they've released in a pressed powder form. So I was super excited about this, and I feel like the look came out super pretty. Filming today was definitely the struggle because I woke up this morning and I don't know if you guys can see, but I had a hive on my eye. And I don't know what I had an allergic reaction to. So I waited a few hours and it went down, and I decided that I could film. So I sat down, I did this entire eye look, and then I realized that I forgot to press record. So during the tutorial, I'm only doing one eye because I wiped it off and did it again. I normally always do two eyes, so that's why one is already done. But hopefully you guys enjoyed this tutorial, and if you want to see this look, then just keep watching. Here's what my palette looks like, and these are the 4 shades that come in the Blow Me Away palette, and this is the single cutouts, which you buy separately. I think that you can buy them all separately now, I'm not sure, but I'm going to use them all for this tutorial. So I'm going to start off first with this transition shade, which is called Issues, and I'm going to put that into my crease. Actually, before that I do that, I'm going to go ahead and put a piece of tape right here. So I'm going to use my Sigma E40 to buff that into my crease. A really pretty peachy transition shade. The next shade that I'm going to go in with is this one, which is Centerfold. This would also be a pretty transition color, but I'm going to go ahead and put this in my inner and outer corners. And I'm using an Esom S33 to do that. This is a really great brush for like precise, like really getting in there type work. So it's great for small eyes like mine. And then I'm just going to go back to my Sigma E40 and blend out the edges. I like to blend in between every step and go back to the brush that I used previously. Next, I'm going to go in with this shade, which is called Slim Fit, and it's a beautiful, bright, neon orangey pink shade, and I'm going to do the same thing, put it in my inner and outer corners, but maybe not quite as far. And I'm using that same Esom brush just to pack this on. Such a pretty shade. And these all blend like a dream. And then again, going back in with my Sigma E40 and blending the edges. Next, I'm gonna go in with the shade Cutouts to define and deepen the look a little bit. There's not a really super deep shade in this collection, so I am going to build this up a little bit. And I'm using a Morphe E36. Packing this into like the very most outer V part of my eye and the most inner part as well. Now I'm going to go back in with the Esom brush and just blend that a little bit. Kind of go really softly with a really easy hand on the edges. And because there's not a whole lot of product left on this Esom brush, I'm going to go ahead and do the connection between the inner and outer corner and just do it really softly. A lot of people can pull off the inner corner being dark and the outer corner being dark and just light in the middle, but I just feel like having that connection just looks better on me. But it all depends on your eye shape and what you're comfortable with. So I just connected that, and again, going in with my Sigma brush. So before I do the pop of shimmer on the inner part of my lid, I'm going to go back in with a little bit more of Issues, just because I feel like all the shades kind of covered it up, and I do want a little bit of that peachiness to show through. And I feel like it will help it blend a little bit more too, so just using a little bit more of Issues right now. And now I'm going to go in with a clean blending brush. This is the Wet n Wild crease brush. Such a good brush for 99 cents. You literally can't beat it. I own 3 of these. So I'm just blending out the edges real quick, making sure everything is soft. Now I'm going to go in with Take a Break, which is a pretty shimmery, kind of reminds me of I'm Peachless, the duochrome from Makeup Geek. And I'm just going to use my finger to tap this onto the center of my lid. And then again, just going in with my Sigma brush, making sure that that does not look like it came out of nowhere. And also going to use a little bit of my Esom brush. I just don't want it to look like it just came out of nowhere. I want it to just blend in. So that is what the eyeshadow looks like so far. I'm going to go ahead and do my face off camera, and I will be back to do my lower lash line and my blush and highlight from the Knockout palette. Okay, you guys, so let's go ahead and finish up the eyes, and I'm not going to make it super complicated. I have this brush which already has cutouts on it, so I'm just going to go ahead and kind of blend on the outer corner with this. And use whatever product is left over. And so since I distributed most of the product on the outside, I'm just going to go ahead and bring it on the inside now. And just do whatever's left over. Which is not a whole lot. Okay, so I'm going to take that same brush and I'm just going to go in with a little bit of Issues and do that on the inner part. And that's basically it for the lower lash line. Super easy, and then I'm going to go in with mascara. I should have done this before I did mascara, but I'm just going to go in with my Nars eyeliner really quick and fill in my waterline. Okay, so now for the face, obviously using the other part of the Nectar collection, which I'm super excited about. I definitely thought this highlight was going to be too dark for me, but then when I was watching back my haul and my swatch of it, I thought, you know what, maybe just try it on my face. It might be too dark, so don't judge me if it doesn't look good, but I just figured I would try it just for demonstration purposes. So I'm going to start out with the blush. These are really pigmented, so you do not need to go in with a lot, and you definitely want to make sure you're using like a fluffy, really good blush brush. Because it's easy to like go heavy with these. This blush would also be a beautiful transition shade for your eyeshadow. I'm using the Morphe E4. Okay, so now I'm going to go in with the highlight, and I have this new brush from Morphe, the M501. I haven't tried it, so I don't know what it's going to do, but we can just go ahead and try it with this highlight and see how it looks. I'm a little scared, but I'm willing to try. No, you guys can see it gave me the stripe. I'll fix it one second. So I think if you're just a little bit darker than me, this will definitely work for you. I'm gonna go in with my blush brush and just blend those together, and now I'm gonna go in with a lighter highlight on top, just because I'm wearing this makeup all day and I'm not trying to look crazy. So I'm just gonna go ahead and use my Mary Luminizer by the Balm. Try to show it to you. It's a little janky because I love it so much. Okay, and I'm just gonna go ahead and put this on top so it's a little bit more suited for my skin tone. Okay, and last but not least, I'm going to go ahead and use that highlight from Colourpop again, and I'm going to use it to highlight my inner corner. Since it's okay if it's a little bit darker, it'll still work right there and do a pretty like pop. So last but not least is lips, and I didn't get anything from the collection. I'm trying to use up the lip products that I already have, so I'm going to start off with the Melted Too Faced lipstick in the shade Melted Nude. And this is like a nude, but it has more of an orangey undertone, or orangey peachy. So you could definitely leave it at that, but I really feel like going for glossy lips. So I'm going to go ahead and use the Anastasia Beverly Hills lip gloss. And this is the shade Gilded. And I'm not going to use a lot, I'm just popping it in the middle. So this is the finished Nectar tutorial. I hope you guys enjoyed. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see y'all in the next one. Bye.